Hey guys, it's me Charuta and welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be a wellness journal setup video. I recently got this wellness journal from Paper. It's a beautiful pink journal and it has this beautiful red design on it. It says wellness journal and it has this cute little doodle with the eye, and even the back is so pretty. It reminds me of that vintage old novels, the hardbound covers that they had, and I absolutely love it. From the inside it just has these dots. I don't know what it actually is called, but I think it is pretty nice for the setup that I have in mind. So when I got this journal, before setting it up, I actually asked you guys on Instagram if you wanted to see how I set up my bullet journal, and a lot of you guys were interested. So yeah, I did film while I was setting up the journal, and I decided to set up or DIY my own wellness journal instead of getting one from the store, because most of them are either too detailed or maybe they're just like not at all detailed. And actually setting up my own bullet journal, I can like tailor it according to my needs. I can put in a mood tracker, I can put in a period tracker, I can put in a space to write my thoughts, or maybe a space to write what meals I had, and I can like dedicate a page to my manifestations and a space for my daily affirmations and stuff like that. And I can also leave pages for my YouTube ideas and reels ideas and stuff like that. So I can actually tailor it according to my own needs. And setting up a bullet journal is really therapeutic as well. I've been journaling for 3 years and I decided to finally make a video on it because my mom actually loves watching like setting up bullet journal videos or art journal videos on YouTube. So she actually suggested me to make one, and yeah, here I am. So before starting this video, in case you like this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because doing that would tell the YouTube algorithm that you actually like my content, and it would push it to more people and it would help me create more of such videos. So yeah, that's that, and let's start with setting up this bullet journal. The first thing that I did was write down all the sections that I wanted in my wellness journal, and they included things like the calendar, mood tracker, and my daily affirmations, the meals that I had, and stuff like that. And once I made the list, I went on to start setting up my wellness journal. And the first thing that I did was a page where I could write my thoughts. So I used a felt tip marker and I started writing the caption for the page, that was note to self, and I just used a normal cursive font, and I also made a border around because I was like pretty much inspired by the cover of the journal and it gave me vintage feels. So I just made a border. I did not use a scale, and I totally do that, and I did make little hearts at the corners and then little heart design that replicated the sort of vintage designs that the books and the diaries had. And then I just used a purple sketch pen to outline what I had written. I also used a pink sketch pen to color the little hearts that I made around the caption. I decided to keep the next 2 pages for my YouTube ideas, where I can write any YouTube video ideas that I had. So I basically wrote YouTube ideas dump on this page and then made a little play button that YouTube has, and then I just outlined both pages and then added the little heart details at the corners to make a border, and finally I colored the play button red. I decided to dedicate the next page to write all my reels video ideas. So basically I'm just writing reels video ideas on this page and then just outlining the page, adding border details, and that is pretty much it for this page. Now we start with the month. So the first month for me is February. I used a yellow sketch pen to write February in the cursive font, and then I'm using the felt tip marker to outline it. The next step was making the calendar, and it definitely was one of the most tedious parts. So I had already sketched it out using pencils, and then I just made the grid using the felt tip marker that I had, and I started with writing the days, and I started my calendar with Monday because that makes sense to me. And February's calendar is a perfect rectangular calendar, and it has 7 rows and 4 columns, which makes it so aesthetic to look at. I also decided to add some star and moon rules to give this page a little personalization, and I think that makes it look super cute. And I decided to use the second half of the page for my mood tracker, and this pretty simple. I'm just using a graph, and I'm labeling the y-axis from 1 to 10 and the x-axis from 1 to 28 for the days of the month, and I am then labeling the whole graph chart as my mood tracker. And I'm using all these scientific terms because I don't know what other terms I can use, and I can like track my mood every day, put up a point, and at the end of the month I can get a comprehensive view of how my mood was. And then I used a pink sketch pen to just create a little aesthetic box around the labeling that I did. So I decided to make the next page a manifestations page, and I dedicated the whole page to manifestation. I just wrote February manifestations at the top. I created a border around it, and I put in border details, and I kept the page pretty simple, and I can write all the points I want to. And I also added a little flower doodle around the heading. I wanted to keep a track of all the books I read, all the movies I watched, the series I was watching, and the songs that I was listening to in that month. So I decided to make little sections for books, movies, playlist, and series, and I created little borders around them. I kept this page pretty simple with just a heading in the center. Finally, moving on to the next page, the sort of pages that I would write on daily. So I put in a section for date and day, and the first section that I'm making is for the affirmations. I just wrote affirmations in the center and created a border around it. And the next part is what I am grateful for. So this is generally the first thing that I write when I wake up. And the next section that I created was for meals, and it's a really small little section. And the second half of the page is actually divided into 2 sections, that is for the meals, and below those are 2 like pointers, like what made me happy and what made me sad. And the second half of the page is about the thoughts that I had on that particular day, or something that I wanted to write, that I wanted to remind myself. And then I used a green colored sketch pen to outline the affirmations box, and I used another colored sketch pen to outline the thoughts box, and then finally used an orange sketch pen to outline the meals box. And then I just replicated the same design over and over again for the next 28 pages. That is all that I did for setting up my wellness journal, which is pretty simple, and probably I'll change the format a little for the next month. This is the final flip through for the journal. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. This was pretty simple. You do not need a lot of supplies to set up a bullet journal. All I used was a set of sketch pens that I got from Dollar Tree, and all these sketch pens were for like $1. And I used a black ballpoint pen, I used a pencil, and I used a felt tip marker, and that is all you need. You can actually like decorate your journal, put stickers and everything, but for the basics you just need this. And setting up the journal is really therapeutic, so yeah, it is a really calming and a nice activity to do, and it like gets you time off the screens like phones and laptops and shit like that. So yeah, that's really great. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want me to make more bullet journal videos, let me know, and also leave your video ideas in the comments below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.